traders, welcome back. Yes, back. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to another video, and today we're back on the charts. So I realized, that most traders, before even they open the chart, they take losses. And you know why? They come in distracted, they come in unprepared, they come in chasing setups, and this is exactly why I follow a simple but powerful routine before every single trading session. And today, you're going to learn the exact same things that I do. I'm going to show you what that exactly looks like. First off, I'm a firm believer in clearing your workspace. Your workspace represents how your brain is, how your brain functions. So the first things that I do is I always clear my desk and my workspace. I make sure there's no clutter, no buzzing notification, social media, because that kind of thing is distracting, in it. And trading requires full focus, full circle moment focus. I believe that if my environment is messy, my mind is messy, and think about it, would you perform surgery? This is just a random example, yeah? Would you perform surgery in a cluttered room? Obviously, no. So it's kind of the same principle here. So when I had just started out learning how to trade and I would go into my sessions, I would trade with my phone buzzing next to me, and it'll just, when you have a notification pop up on your phone, you're like, rah, what is that notification? You pick up your phone, you start scrolling, and I would miss so many setups, or I would be distracted during the trade because I was scrolling or I was doing something again. So I just learned that if you wanted to become a precise and disciplined trader, those are some of the things that you should cut out. So next, I always check my Forex Factory. You guys know Forex Factory. It is a free website that you can access. You don't need an account or anything like that. And whenever I'm on Forex Factory, I always filter out, especially if I'm trading the Nasdaq. I always filter out the yellow folder and the grey folder news. Grey folder sometimes is important because you get to know what bank holidays we're in, the market's in, or the countries are in. So I don't exactly trade the news, but I want to know what's coming. So I put my focus on mostly red folder news and orange folder news. So that is to say, red impact news and medium impact news. So because of this, I got to learn that a single news spike can take you out in seconds, so it's always good to know when this news is going to occur, when it's going to happen, so that you can be on the right side. You'll not always be on the right side, but you can not you this prevents you from being caught off guard. So for this Forex Factory, some of the things I do, if I know if it's NFP, I usually never ever trade on NFP unless otherwise. But as far as I've been trading, I have never actively traded NFP, and even if I was to trade the NFP day, I would trade after the news release, which is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. When you have the Forex Factory, trading on high impact news days and the medium impact news days may not be the best for you, especially if you're starting out or even if you're intermediate, unless you really, really know how these events are gonna affect the market. So which is 0.005% of the time because you don't really know. Next thing that I do is I always do a top-down analysis. So I always set on the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, 15-minute time frame, and this is basically to get all the higher time frame PD rates that I think price has reacted from or will react from or will draw towards to. So I always do a top-down analysis, and then this also helps me be aligned with the bigger picture. At the end of the day, you want to trade with what the institutions are printing, not what you want to see. So you want to trade with what price is saying on the higher time frame, because the market's always going to be right. But otherwise, it's like driving without knowing where the road leads to. So you need to have an idea of where you think the market's going to draw to. You don't have to know the exact candle or everything, but you need to have an idea of where price is going to draw to in the long run, in the short run. However you trade, it's the same thing. In relation with that, I always mark key levels where I expect reactions, some from support, resistant liquidity pools, and having these zones pre-marked keeps me from chasing trades. It has helped me to be patient, to be able to wait for my setup, Instead of reacting emotionally, I always wait for price to come to me. Finally, I always remind myself of my plan. It is very important as a trader, growing or advanced or beginner. As you trade in every session, you don't need to catch every move. But one thing that has really helped me is reminding myself of my plan. So that is looking at my trading mantra, looking at my trading plan. Some days I trade, some days I don't trade, and that's really okay. The mindset shift alone is what has saved me from overtrading. So I always felt before that I had to trade every single day, but I really, especially this year, learned that patience is my secret weapon. So 1 A plus setup a week, or 2 plus A plus setups a week is better than over 10 random trades. So, and it's not just for trading, even like your life goals. Always remind yourself about your life goals, what you want to achieve in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. It's always good to go back to the drawing board because in everything that you do, you will always remember that this is where you want to go. So it's always important to remind yourself of the things that you set out for yourself. So for me, I always look at my trading plan, I always read it over and over again so I know and condition my mind for whenever I'm in a session. So without further ado, that is my pre-trading routine. It's very simple, but it's very powerful and it's really what has worked for me. If you don't have one yet, just start with 2 steps, build your own checklist. Trust me, it really does make a difference with the people around you. Until then, see you guys in the next one.